Hello and welcome to Urbek City Builder Prologue. I've looked at this game a couple of times in the past. I believe it was Alpha 1 and Alpha 4, and unfortunately I haven't had the time to come and visit the game as much as I would like to, and they've made it all the way now to appears to be Alpha 9. There have been a lot of things added to the game. I did read through vaguely at least some of the patch notes along the way, and there's so much stuff that's too much to list now. If you're new to this game and you're finding this on YouTube, Urbek is a city builder developed by a small developing house in Chile, Estudios Kremlinois, excuse me, and maybe even a solo developer. I'm trying to remember if there's two or just one person from my conversations before with one of the developers. This is a city builder. It has some interesting features that you don't usually see in city builders. Automatic upgrading of buildings to different levels based on different criteria of the surrounding area, and through the game you can establish different sort of districts for different types of towns and different types of areas based on the types of buildings that you put in the area around a house or whatever, and then that governs the development of your town. So I haven't played this since I think it was like September when Alpha 4 came out. But we're going to just jump back in. I'm going to try and remember as much as I can, and the tutorial should guide us along the way as best as we can. If you'd like to give this game a try, you can find it on Steam under Urbek City Builder Prologue. It is free to try. It's basically a demo. And once you've played the game, try or fill out the game survey and see if you can win a copy of the game when it comes out, a full release for free. And no matter what, make sure you add it to your wish list on Steam if this is something you're interested in, so that you can get notifications about when the game is released. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the game as it stands right now. In the options, there's only language and sound right now. The sound always says 100 on each one, even if it's not at 100. This remembered my sound settings from the previous series. Hopefully the sound is okay. Depending on if the developer has changed anything in the soundscape, we might have to tweak some of these as well. City ranking is a new feature that I haven't seen yet, but it's not available in this version of the game, this basically demo version. But it's an interesting concept of where you can basically enter a leaderboard of your city score at the end, basically. And then credits are Bruno Karlovic, publishing by Rock Game. Oh, he has a publisher now. That's great. Okay, so it is just Bruno, who you'll see if you find him in my Discord. It'll show up as Bruco. I believe that's because of the last name as well. 3D modeling here being done with another person, and then music is outsourced as well. Let's see, and then QA, there's a lot of folks doing QA here and whatnot as well that are listed here. So as always, check them out also on Discord, and you can also provide your feedback and talk to the developer there. So let's go ahead and click the new game button. This is radically different from the last time I played. It's been the UI has been much improved here. There are a wide array of biomes here, and each biome has a description, and in the description at the bottom of every biome, not available in this version except for temperate. So this demo prologue version has locked us to the temperate biome, which is the best one to start with anyway, as they get harder, as you can see here with the difficulty levels, as you proceed down the list. And coming down here in the mangrove swamp, 240% difficulty. And then finally there's an undisclosed. I don't know if this means that this means that they're looking for other ideas for different biomes, and also there's there may be another one that's here planned that hasn't been yet released. So we'll go back to the temperate biome, the best map to start with. You will learn the basics of the game. Natural resources abound on this map. You'll have the basic buildings available. So we're just going to do a small map, standard starting resources, coastal, and a river. There's the default settings. The only one I would potentially change here is to medium, but none of these other sizes are available in this version either. So you can see kind of there's a dark gray and there's a light gray. You can switch between the light grays, but you cannot switch into the dark gray. So we can't choose archipelago. We could choose island or inland as well. That adjusts the difficulty. Island is a little bit easier. Inland is a little bit harder. Low starting resources versus high starting resource, excuse me. Adjust the difficulty as well, and then you can change the river style as well. And the wider the river, the river here is the easiest one. And then the mighty river and lagoons are also easy as well. I haven't played with lagoons yet, but we're just going to do the regular default settings here. I just wanted to click through and kind of show you them. And let's go ahead and get started. So, welcome to Urbek City Builder Prologue. This game is still in incomplete state, but ambient sounds, numerous new buildings, biomes, and more will be added before the final release. WSD are your move keys, of course, Q and E are rotation, X and Z are zoom. And you can use U to hide the UI elements. You press C to switch the type of camera, so that switches to isometric, I think, and then... I can't remember what the other word is, the other term is. Let's pause the game as well, just so we don't advance too much here. Build a road minimum. Okay, so now we're actually getting into the actual practical tutorial. But before we do that, let's take a look around here. There's a day-night cycle now, so we can change between those. And there's also a hotkey listing here. One of the hotkeys was speed up the pace of the day-night cycle using the K. So there's also O to copy selected buildings. That's good. That's clone tool basically. And there's a variety of other shortcuts here that you can come back here and look, or hotkeys if you want to come back and look at some point. I did not name the city. I should have named the city. That was dumb. I wonder if we can name it later. What's the strategic view? Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's kind of like your biome specific view there. Maybe you can't rename the city now that you've started. Oh well, I should have named it. I didn't name it. There's actually, you know what? Let's just back out and start again. No, don't save the game. Here on the new game menu, there at the top, there's a city name box. You can roll, and it shows, it gives you a choice of a variety of cities in Latin America. As I mentioned, the developer is Chilean, so you'll see basically capitals and other major cities in Latin America, at least for the most part. But we're gonna do one of my own, Wallyville. That's what I always played back in the old SimCity 2000 days. It was Wallyville and Wallytown and all those kind of things, so we're just going to stick up with that. Let's go back in. The map is randomly generated, so you can see here that this looks different than it did before. We actually even have some sort of desert tiles here, interestingly. Even though it's a temperate biome, the desert creeps in a little bit. So now that the city name is here, we can set it to night or to day and override the cycle that way. Population and happiness. Here we have food, work, and wood, and then further resources that we can unlock. Let's zip through this. Here we are. Down here, these are upgraded or enhanced as well. We have a road tool, which will also let us build bridges. And you can also see here in the tooltip that pops up in the upper left, how the different buildings will upgrade. So a road will upgrade to a nice road, an industrial road, or a rural road. And here you can see the housing, what it costs to build, what it produces, what it consumes, how many residents it holds. It has to be within 3 squares of a road, and how it upgrades into a wide variety of different things, dependent upon what's in the surrounding area. So that's the first building that you get that is heavily dependent upon its surrounding areas to what it will turn into. We also have farms. That is just field so far, but later we'll get more farm buildings. And industry, starting out, we just have a lumber camp. And then there's the demolish tool and the information tool, which you can use to inspect a tree or a, let's see, an iron ore. You can even inspect the grass, the desert, the steppe, and what's this over here? Snow, yes. What is that? That's the steppe as well. Is that all the biomes? That's all the biomes, I think. There's a forest biome too, yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's do what the tutorial says here. Build a road 6 spaces long into a forest. We could build on either landmass. I think I'm going to do this one. Oh, that's nice. Little numbers there too. And we can click next. Build 6 fields. You can drag and drop to build a grid of a 3x2 box of fields, for instance. They cannot be more than 5 spaces from a road. The fields produce food and need work. So let's go here to a field, and we can build a 3x2 square for sure. There we go. Build 6 houses. They cannot be more than 3 squares from the road. Houses need food and produce work. Excuse me. Let's do the 2x3 block as well for those. Next. Unpause also. Let's see. You get information about a tile, you can right-click on it or use the magnifying glass tool. So here's the field. It produces 14 food, and it consumes 5 work. It's got to be within 5 squares from the road, and it upgrades from field, which it is a field, so I don't know why it upgrades from field, but... oh, you place the fields, they turn into farms. Gotcha, okay. Housing, and then here's wooden huts. This is the first house. And then it's upgraded from housing, which is the generic placed blank again. And then these wooden huts will turn into these variety of different types of houses depending on the situation. Next, you can use the bulldozer tool to destroy buildings or trees. You can also select it by pressing B. Okay. Wood is required to continue building houses. Build a lumber camp in the forest adjacent to your settlement. Trees are replanted after they are cut down, but leaving too few adult trees can result in lumber camps being abandoned due to the shortage. Let's go to the industrial buildings here and build a lumber camp. Build it right there. You can find information about a stored resource by hovering over its icon in the top right corner. And this just tells you kind of what your current storage is and what your production and your consumption are. Now try to reach 100 population by building more houses and feeding them. At the top right, you can see the town's current population, 36, and their happiness, which is 6. Keep in mind the houses will only appear if your town has a surplus of food. So that's one of the nice things is you can keep placing these down. And if you go in the negative as far as your food production, you can see we're producing 84 and consuming 60. If I had put down a few more houses, we would be... There we go. Actually, as the houses are built, they're consuming more food. And eventually we will go negative here. Actually, they may not open the next house because of that. Because 2 of them added up... Oh, there they go. Okay. So now we should be... Oh, maybe not. There it is. 84. Okay. So let's build a few more farms here. And you can see people now as well, walking around there. Zoom in. And actually you can press, is it Control? Yeah, to go into first-person view. And we can actually see the person walking around here. They reached the end of the road and they disappeared. Trying to remember how all the things work. Okay, there we are. Cars, of course. There are trucks now as well. There's a few other things that are new as well to the game. Let's put in... I should probably leave a road space there. Let's come this way and put a road this way. Here, dog. Okay. So this is the current rate of change. So we have net of 54 food, we have a net of 70 work, and a net of 15 wood. Okay. Here's the fast forward and slow down buttons here, down here next to the play button, the speed button. You can use plus or minus on the number pad to control those. Where are we at with population? 108 population. So we've gotten this one. By pressing Control, you can view your city from an inhabitant's point of view. From there, you can use WSD or the arrow keys to move, and the mouse to look around. Left-click to ascend, right-click to descend, and Control will return to the normal view. The speed of movement can be changed with the mouse wheel. Ah, right. Okay, that's the one I forgot about, was the speed of movement one. Click on the farm icon in the bottom menu. You'll see that the farmhouse button has now appeared and is locked. Hovering over an locked item will tell you its requirements. In this case, you need to reach 200 population. More buildings will become visible and available as you progress through the game. So yeah, we can see here that we have 108 out of 200 population. So we need to build some more houses. Now we have a decent surplus of food here, so we don't need to necessarily build more fields just yet. Let's go ahead and extend this down to there. Maybe I'll change that. No, I think that'll be okay. I think we'll put a road here though. And they should be upgrading. There we go. So you can see the food surplus is dwindling as the houses are developing. Let's actually bulldoze that tree and this tree. Now I want to stay a little bit away from this iron, so we're probably going to build different fields elsewhere as well, because we'll need to use this iron ore later. Reach 200 population to unlock the farmhouse. Okay, we're at 174. We'll probably need a little bit more fields here, but let's put a road in. Oops, let's put a road in here, and then we'll put in the a few more fields, and then we can also do some more fields later. We need to add some more houses as well. What I kind of figured out the last time I played was to do to leave some space here in the middle of a housing district, because you can put some of the support buildings in the middle, which we'll get to later. But that's just a little thing I kind of figured out when I was playing it the last time. And you can see these roads are upgrading too. So here we have a rural road, and then here we have a paved road, and you can see the demand for what drives the road to become this type of road. The rural road has 25 or more residents in a 3-tile radius. The paved road has 110 or more residents in a 3-tile or more radius. So that's how you get upgrades, is by building houses nearby. The roads upgrade. Building other things nearby will cause the houses to upgrade, as you'll be able to see here. Now let's see, we're at 222, so we should be able to unlock the farmhouse now. And we want to build at least 2 farmhouses. They produce a large amount of food while consuming nothing. Displayed areas can help you find where you can build the farmhouse. You can see the restriction on the left side menu. Let's go here. And the house, we can have no farmhouses in a 5-tile radius. So we need to be careful where we place these. And it looks like we could probably put one here. Or even here. Let's go right there. So let's bulldoze this field, and let's bulldoze this field, I think. Put a farmhouse in here. Oh, that was one too close? Yeah, that was one too close. Alright, that's fine. Right there. Farmhouse. I have one farmhouse and oh, there's the radius. Okay. The blue is the 3-tile radius, and the orange is the 5-tile radius. So we can't build another one there. Let's just build a couple of fields then, back. We need to build at least 2 farmhouses, though, so we're going to have to maybe put some more farms over here. Small map is quite small. Another road. Alright, so we'll start complaining. And we can put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess here would be the next farmhouse. Keep wanting to click on house for farmhouse. Oh, we need to wait for the farms to actually build. Okay, we'll wait for the farms to build. We're at 9 now. You can see over there on the left side. 10. 11. Come on, build, build, build. 13 now. Okay, good. There we go. So that's 2 farmhouses now. Hotkeys are displayed between brackets when hovering over a button. For example, to quickly build a farmhouse, you can press F there, and then 2 there. That's handy. Select the magnifying glass icon and click on a wooden hut. You'll be presented with several upgrade paths. Clicking on any upgrade path will show its respective requirements. For now, let's focus on a village house, so click on it. To unlock, you need a population of 300 and 2 out of 3 farmhouses. So we need to build another farmhouse here, and we need to put some more people in this village. Is that a radius distance here? Ah, that's what we have to unlock it. I see. And then this is what it takes for it to upgrade to it. So we need to keep the, we need to have at least 6 residents in a 3-tile radius. We have plenty on whichever one I clicked on. And we need to have 0 or less pollution in a 5-tile radius. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in some more houses. We need to get to 300 houses. There. I'm going to put in another section of housing right here. We have plenty of fields right now. I don't need to build any more of that. And I'm going to close the square here, because we'll be able to put in the rest of these houses as we need them. I don't want to build too many. I found out early on when I was playing maybe even Alpha 1, maybe even before I started recording it, that you, if you build too much of one thing, you'll throw the game out of balance, and you may not be able to recover it. Oh, there's a lot of things here showing up. Nice. Let's throw a few more fields in here. Should that have been a road? Maybe it should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's put a road there. And we'll do more fields over here on this side. Okay. Well, we do have a decent amount of surplus, so I'm not going to build too many. Let's see, it was 300, and we needed another farmhouse. That's what I was doing this for. To go right there, which is perfect. Once we get the 12 farms. So I probably would have been better off actually if I'd put the farmhouses back a little bit from the road, because then I could get the benefit of more of the fields faster. Oh, I only built 9. Well, that's why I'm not getting more. There we go. Come on, build the last one. Why? Got too much farm built now. Need to build some more housing. Let's go ahead and build housing while we're waiting for that to finish. Let's see. Let's put some more population in here. Why are you not upgrading? There we go. Okay. Farmhouse. We can see the farmhouse details here too, by the way. It has a 200 grain or 200 food storage, and it produces 100 food. I think that's per month. We just unlocked village house and lumberjack cabin. Now, some of these houses should be upgrading to a village house. Now, that produces enough energy to satisfy the consumption of this construction. Oh, okay. Let's, did you see that? First, you need 300 population and 3 farmhouses to unlock the village house, and then they need energy and some density. So first, build a lumberjack cabin close to your lumber camp to produce energy, firewood from wood. Lumberjack cabin also needs 300 population and 3 farmhouses to unlock. That's here in industry, I assume. Lumberjack cabin. And we'll put that in over here on this side. And that needs to have 1 or more lumber camp in a 3-tile radius. No lumberjack cabins in the same, and no lumberjack houses in the same. Now, lumberjack cabins upgrade to lumberjack houses, by the way. We just need 600 population and 2 lumberjack cabins built to unlock. And you can see the houses already upgrading. So we have now some village houses here. They produce 14 work versus the 10 before, but they also consume 12 food and 1 energy. And we produced 250 energy with the... I'm sorry, we produced 60 energy. We stored 250 energy with this building. And we're consuming right now 44, and it's climbing up to 48. We're going to hit 60, and all the houses won't have upgraded yet. All right, let's click next. Remember to make sure that no resources has a negative production rate. It will be marked in red when this is the case. Otherwise, some constructions may not appear or may be abandoned. Only a few blocked constructions are shown, so as to not overwhelm you with options. Now that the village houses are unlocked and you have energy, your wooden huts will automatically be upgraded. Hey, they're doing that right now. New houses give more happiness to your inhabitants. Get more village houses to increase happiness to 6.5. Well, we're at 7.8, so I'd say we did that. The tenants are peasants who rent the land. Their living conditions are very low. They need only 3 farms next to them. Build a tenant farmer. You can hold down the Alt key to overbuild any building. Okay, that's what I was looking for earlier. You don't need to destroy a farm to build your tenant farmer. Just hold Alt and build on the farm. Alright, that's what I was looking for. Tenant farmers. Let's put those, let's see, 5 or less tenant farmers in a 1-tile radius. Oh, and 3 or more farms in a 1-tile radius. Okay, so we can just Alt and build those. And we can build those like in a row here, because it's 5 or less in a 1-tile radius. So we can build all kinds of these things. And they produce... 50 wood and 50 food and store 50 food whereas these only produce 14 and they consume 5 work. So you're better off with tenant farmers than you are with farm fields, but you have to have farm fields around them for them to work. The landowner needs at least 4 tenant farmers to produce. Build a landlord's house. Alright, that's here. So we built 4 of them. I didn't know specifically 4 of them, but I knew that we needed some of them. Build a landlord's house in an 8-tile radius, and 4 or more tenant farmers in a 5-tile radius. Let's put this like out here in the middle. I think that'll be a good place. And the landlord's house needs 200 production, or has 200 production, 200 storage, and consumes 100 work. And we've gone negative, by the way, on the energy, so we need to actually take care of that. Let's continue here. To get more energy, you can now upgrade your lumberjack cabins into lumberjack houses. Right-click or use a magnifying glass tool on a lumberjack cabin, and you'll see that it'll be upgraded to a lumberjack house. Unlocked a 600 population and 2 lumberjack cabins now, if it has 4 houses nearby. Reach 600 population to build 3 lumberjack cabins to unlock it. Now only 2. And build houses near a lumberjack cabin to get a lumberjack house. So I think we're going to need to do a road out here maybe. And we'll put in the lumberjack cabin. Oh, we need a lumber camp first. Put a lumber camp out here. And we'll put the cabin next to it. There, maybe. And that produces now more energy. And proceeds our way. We just unlocked lumberjack house. So now we can take... I'll upgrade this one first. Those are both cabins. Yep. This one should upgrade on its own. 4 or more squares with at least 6 residents in a 2-tile radius. Oh, I've only got 1 square. Okay, that's too close then, or too far away then. Let's move that lumberjack cabin closer over here. That should be enough, and it should upgrade. It's ready to upgrade, and it should just pop that upgrade momentarily, I think, on its own. There it goes. Lumberjack house. So I do need to probably move this one as well so that it can produce more energy. Let's compare them. Produces 60, stores 250, consumes 50 work and 7 wood. Whereas this consumes or produces 90 and stores 350 and consumes 80 and 10. So it consumes more, but it produces more. So that's good. Let's move this lumberjack cabin down a bit as well. It's got to go there at least, because it needs to have 4 squares with at least 6 residents in a 2-tile radius. Wait, what's that? Wooden hut. Oh, we need to get more upgrading here. We need to get these upgraded. And they need upgrade to village house. Oh, they need a little more people, a few more people around. Okay, we're gonna add some more houses over here anyway, so they will upgrade on their own momentarily. Next. Because now part of the wood is used as fuel. Build more lumber camps until you have 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue this road this way. I'm going to put a lumber camp down here. Or sorry, yeah, lumber camp down here. And then I think I'll put one over here someplace as well. It just needs to be closer to the road. Oh, it's got to be also further away from existing lumber camps. Let's see, can it go... Oof. There, I guess. Probably needs a road. Oh, I've done the wrong thing. Lumber camp. Jeez, Wally. There we go. Okay. Next. Be careful, village houses consume more food than wooden huts, so build a grain silo to be able to feed the population. We have plenty of food, but we'll build a grain silo anyway. Once we have 700 population and 4 farmhouses, let's build another farmhouse. We're going to have to build that out here someplace, which means, of course, that we'll need to put some more farm fields in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have to go only that far. I think that'll be fine. And then we'll go here and farmhouse, and I can put it in. Could line it up there with that, I suppose. That's too far from the road. Okay, we'll just put it here then. This should be fine. There we go. And then we can unlock the grain silo. Or we have unlocked the grain silo at 700 population. Let's just add a few more people in here. One, two, three. Like that. Oh, houses don't bulldoze trees, but roads do bulldoze trees automatically. You have to keep that in mind. And the houses will upgrade in 4 blocks of 4, blocks of 2, or will up here and upgrade in blocks of 4, blocks of 2, or blocks of 1. That I've seen. There might be also like a 3x2. But otherwise, it's 2x2, 1x2, or 1x1. Like kind of the model of it or whatever. We might actually need more population yet. I have plenty of food though, so we're okay. $6.96. $7.08. Okay. Grain silo time. No. Yes. There it goes. It just villa, park, and grain silo unlocked. It just took it a moment. Let's see. No grain silos in 6 tiles. Let's put it here next to the landlord's house. That way we can put another one up here somewhere, like even right there or whatever, when the time comes. Grain silo. So grain silo produces 200 food, stores 200 food, and it can upgrade to a modern grain silo eventually. You can press M to show hide the minimap, and L to activate, deactivate the layer view. So let's go to M first. Ah, here we are. Minimap, that's nice. And then L for the layer view. Okay, that's... Let's see, I guess this is roads and city housing. These are the lumber camp and the lumberjack cabins. This is open green space here currently. We have iron there, you can see. You can see that we have different types of farming buildings in this area here. I didn't upgrade those. Huh. Oops. Or I didn't place fields over there. Let's do that. Okay. And then it reminds us again that here in the escape menu, there's the hotkey listing. You can make your city have its own laws. For that, you first need to build a neighborhood council. I'm guessing that's here in landmarks. Yeah, neighborhood council. Let's see. This is buildable in landmark. Costs work and wood. We actually need more. No, we won't. And it consumes work. So we can build these. We could probably build these here in the center as well, in the centers that I've reserved. I'm just going to build it over here. We'll see what happens. Policies, we can activate common gardens. Inhabitants can make vegetable gardens in the parks. Parks produce 10 food and consume 5 unskilled work. By the way, that is unskilled work. There is skilled work later. Extended working days increases unskilled labor by surplus by 10%, decreases happiness by 1. Overexploitation of timber increases the production of logging camps by 2, and the rate at which they cut trees by 3, incompatible with sustained forestry. And then we have sustainable forestry, which increases the production of logging camps by 30%, and the rate at which they cut trees by 50%, of course incompatible with the previous. Better quality food, decreases farm food production by 10%, increases overall happiness by 0.5. And then serfs, no, they are not slaves, they just have to work for the landowner. Effect, tenant farmers and landlord houses increase their production by 50%, while tenants reduce their happiness by 4. Okay, so we built the council. Now you can right-click on the neighborhood council you built, or press J, and you'll enter the edicts menu. Is that what this is here? J? Yeah. Okay, that's policies here now. You can launch 1 edict per 6 months. In the full version, you will see many more policies. Let's just do common gardens for now, just so we can say we have launched one. Villas are luxurious homes where people live well. To reach villa, build 4 houses in a square shape, 2x2, away from your city, at least 5 tiles from any other house, and with at least 1 park. If you build 2 parks, the road will have trees. Remember that the process may take some time. Get a villa. So let's find a good place for a villa, maybe down here, kind of out of the way. And let's build some houses down here in a 2x2. We need to put some parks nearby, which are here. Let's do a couple of parks. People will eventually move in down here. And we can put parks in here too. And that's what I did reserve this space for, was for some parks. Let's do some parks here too. There's like 4 of them like that. That'll be fine. You can see the trees are showing up on the roads now because of the parks nearby. Nice park and graveled area unlocked now. That's nice park there. The difference here is they consume more unskilled labor. They're producing food because of the policy we enacted, and they consume more unskilled labor to maintain. But they do count as 2 leisure and 2 green area instead of just 1 as their cousin does. And then also the gravel area here is this one. And oops, I don't want to click on it though. Their mouse over. Also is worth 1 leisure and 1 green area. Costs 100 unskilled labor to build and consumes 30 to maintain. So it's a little bit cheaper to maintain, but you don't get the production option that you do with the regular parks. So we now have a villa. The villa upgraded probably directly from the wooden hut, maybe through a village house. I wasn't really looking at it the whole time, but we have a villa now. You can choose which path you want to follow depending on which achievement you get first. Press N key or click the menu in the top left corner and then on achievements. There are 3 possible paths on this map: productivity, leisure, and wealth. So we've gotten 1 villa, so we've gone 1/5 of the way to wealth. I'm assuming we just need to have 5 villas to get that. By achieving this, you will have a new car model on your streets. We could go path of productivity, which means we need to have 500 work production, 90 wood production, and 50 energy production, and that will give us a mini truck. And then finally, path of leisure, we can have 20 green areas, and that will give us bikes on the streets. I suppose we could do all 3 of them. Football pitches are unlocked when you reach 8 happiness, which we just have. Getting to 8 happiness at the moment may not be very easy, but we did it. So you can follow the tutorial without building a football pitch. You'll see there are different ways to develop your city. Some mayors are not interested in football pitches. Let's go here to the football pitch, aka for those of us Americans, soccer field. Even though it does. Right-click on your villa and you'll see the villa upgrades into a mansion. Oops. But to unlock them, you need even more happiness than for the football pitches. So, yeah, to unlock a mansion... Oh, actually, there isn't a mansion listed here. That might only be in the locked version, too. To unlock an upgraded version of the park's nice park, you need to reach 4 green areas. There's no linear evolution in Urbek, so you can dedicate yourself to having a more beautiful and sustainable city if you want, and never build any coal plant. Get 4 green areas by building more parks to unlock nice parks. Well, we did that. Let's continue with the tutorial that pursues only material development. If you're playing on a map with a river, you can build a water mill that will give you energy. It should be built next to the river and needs a bit of wood for constant repairs to keep it running. That should be here under industry. Water mill needs 900 population. Let's go ahead and increase our population, or our town size here. Let's go ahead and put some road in here like this. And it's not going to remove that tree. I wonder if you can alt-click to remove a tree. Or to build over top of a tree. And then we're going to build this way. I need to check for food. We have plenty of food. There we go. And we're off by a little bit, so I'm just going to corner that road like that. It's fine, because we're building on a small map. Uh, 900 population, long since reached. Okay. I remember having difficulty with these before, but I think it was just me being kind of derpy. Yeah, they just need to be right there on the coastline like that. Let's go ahead and build this. And that should start producing energy and storing energy as well. And it consumes 3 wood. Water can also give you food. If you're playing on a map with water, build a dock. You can do it either in the sea or in the river. Yeah, we do have a sea area here. Let's build a dock. I'm assuming that's under food. Nope. Is it industry? There we are. Dock. We can go ahead and put that here, I suppose. The dock consumes work and wood. And it has a minimum radius where no other docks can exist, of course. It has 8 residents that live here. Wait, is that the case? Must be. And 8 happiness. 3 squares to the roads, and buildable in industry. Okay. So we now have, you can see the little boats floating around there. And the dock has a built-in water and allows construction of fishermen's houses. So these village houses, I think, will convert to fishermen's houses. Oh, they have to be closer. Okay. It connects. As you may have noticed, to get energy and food from water, you need a lot of wood. Now, if you build houses near the dock, with access to the water, they will be transformed into fishermen's houses, which will give you food. Get a fisherman house. Okay, so we need to actually build houses like... Can I alt-click? Yes. Okay, alt-click will replace a... We'll replace a tree with housing. One more dock and a 6 tile radius. Okay. Let's go... let's put a couple more of these in then. We do here as well. There they go. That's a wooden hut. Not yet, then. Ready to upgrade into a village house or a fisherman house. I don't know what makes it decide when it can handle either one, which one to choose. But apparently it chooses the fisherman house. So we now have a fisherman house. Maybe it chooses the one that's further down the list. I'm not sure. These are also fishermen's houses. They have a nice, brightly colored, like clapboard paint-looking finish there. This should also go in. Don't know why it's not. We have plenty of food. And so these produce 45 food and 2 work, compared to a village house that just produces work. So most of their work is basically going into producing food. And they consume a little bit of energy as well. We have plenty of energy thanks to the water bill. Let's see what you need to get to wealthy village house from village houses. Click with a magnifying glass on any village house. Unlock population 1300. They need food services, leisure, and density. Oh yeah, you click on it here, then you can see all the things that it needs. Quite a bit. So let's start with the 1300 population. We are at 1230 right now. What did I build out here? Why did I build a wooden hut out there? I have no idea. Must have clicked crazily. Let's get this going. And then I forgot to alt-click, so I didn't place these two. Alright, we're at 1300 population. Near some of your village houses, build a local market or a mini market for services. The local market needs fields nearby, while the mini market can be built anywhere but consumes food. So let's, faith, sports, nightlife, parks, industry, landmarks. Where is the mini market? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Consumes. Okay, we want to do the local market. I'm going to put one over here, maybe right here. And there they go. They're already upgrading to wealthy village houses. Nice. Because I already had the leisure handled with the parks and stuff here. There are 5 ways to get leisure: sports, green areas, and nightlife. Culture and faith you will find later. Build a park, a bar, or a football pitch near the neighborhood you want to transform into a wealthy village house. We did that already. Very good. Now you will see how your houses seem to be of better quality, with a more colorful roof and flowers in the gardens. Ooh, fancy. But be careful. Ensure you always have adequate food and energy production. As you can kind of see, these houses look a little nicer than the wooden huts did, but these ones look even nicer. Excuse me, even nicer yet. The big step now will be to get skilled works. For that, you need suburb houses, which need schools, which in turn need iron. Make an iron mine near an iron deposit. You will find 2 groups of iron deposits on the map. But actually, we're going to pause here, end this episode here. Iron, I think, is a good place to turn it around at. And then we'll come back in the next episode and continue this little town. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.